All right. That song, boy. Hey man, we back. Episode 3. We live. We on time. We rocking. Cameras clear. You know what I'm saying? We here. Look, we got a lot of packed into today. Steve, what's going on, man?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, ready to get started. So look, we're gonna get right into it, man. We got a special guest with us today. As we've been flooding you guys' timeline, Mr. Bryce Lovett, 3-star, 2023 recruit, fast rising mauler, man. So we're gonna bring him on right now. What we're gonna do, we're gonna run, let you guys see some of his highlights. So definitely check that out. Also, once everything is done and posted, his link is on the attachment, so you guys can click on his huddle. See his full highlight tape, 7 minutes of pure O-line bliss. So let's check it out. Click on his huddle, see his full highlight tape. Look at this. I was watching this like, yo, this man is it's mauling. I was like, this is crazy.
He out there killing them, bro. It's like
I
a
was
man
like,
of
this
his boys, bro. For real, look at it. Open that thing up.
right.
Nasty too. I love that.
Fact. And the funny thing is, you don't even have to put the arrow on them. Like you can see, like
Oh yeah.
you can
He
see who.
separated himself. He jumps off. His film
You can
jumps
see
off.
who it is. Man,
Look at that.
clearing holes, boy, clearing holes.
And he finished you off too. Look how he finished you off. Oh man.
I'm trying to tell you.
He gonna finish you. He ain't gonna just block you. No, he gonna finish you. He gonna put you in the dirt. That's what I love. Ooh. And he'll help you up too. That'd be the worst kind, bro. Dudes that'll just
Right,
run you over, put you in the dirt, and then stick their hand out and say, "Come on, bro,
right.
get on. Finna do it again."
Welcome, Mr. Lovett. Welcome this morning. Appreciate you coming on for us with us for a few minutes, man.
No problem.
So yeah, man, introduce yourself to the people, man.
I'm Bryce Lovett. I play football in Rockledge, Florida. I've been playing football since I was 4, and that's pretty much been my whole life. It's just playing football and fishing and chilling.
Yeah, Florida boy. So look, man, you got my attention. I saw, I try to follow the linemen, especially on the show. We try to follow our trench guys. And I saw your name pop up on a few message boards like a while ago. And I was like, all right, this kid, good size, nice. And then I saw the offers rolling and I was like, let me let me check it out. And I was like, first let me click on the huddle. I was like, I don't want to just hype the kid up. I gotta check out, make sure to work. And man, the highlight tape was just pure heat, man, of everything you were wanting in alignment. So I know I saw it, other people saw it, schools saw it. So when did you get your first offer?
December 2020, I think, was due. Kentucky, University of Kentucky was first in December 2020.
So were you a freshman?
No, I was a sophomore.
Oh, that's crazy. You
Yeah,
came out
bro, to
the
get an
gate with
offer from a D1 school in your sophomore year, I know that had to be crazy. I know
Yeah.
that letter was special.
Mhm.
That's a fact. So is your school, is it a football powerhouse, or is it just like a kind of known school?
I wouldn't say it's like in our county, it's us and Cocoa are like the best schools, and we have good teams all through the years, and we're still good. It's just I wouldn't say powerhouse because we compete with Cocoa every year, so I'll say we about tied with them. So,
Cool. So I did a little research on your school, Rutledge High School. You guys went 9-3 last year.
yep.
You finished second in your district 5A.
Mhm.
Last 3 years, you guys have lost in the playoffs.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do this year, as far as getting that win, get that championship, get that state championship?
I feel like all the years we have the talent to get to state, we just don't have the discipline. So we just need to focus and to get to like put our mind to what we want to do, and we'll be good.
Cool.
Nice, nice. So you're rated a 3-star, right? And
Yeah.
Lyman, I think Lyman gets the short end of the stick with the ratings because it's only so much, what I'm saying, you can show off. Like you can put a man in the dirt, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? You're not hitting no gritties or nothing like that. So so how do you feel like your ranking as a 3-star is pretty accurate, or do you feel like, you deserve to be higher?
Nah, I feel like it's accurate. It's good. I mean, I don't really care about all that ranking stars and stuff, but I say it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, me either, man. I can't stand. I'm not one of the people that be like, oh, we need 18 5-star. I'm like, look, man, that's for people to talk about, man. For posts and stuff, man. That don't matter on the football field. I've seen a lot of 5-star kids get washed by by lower guys. So so being a 3-star, you getting offers your sophomore year. How's the recruiting process been? You're going into your senior year and you're racking up some big name offers.
Yeah, it's been good. Like it's been consistent, good. A lot of good schools, a lot of good programs, a lot of good relationships. So I can't complain.
Right. So with you being a Florida guy, is what schools are kind of making that push, or are you starting to feel a little bit more, attention from?
I'll say Arkansas, Missouri, UF, Iowa State, and Louisville are like top 5. I think that's 5. But yeah, those schools coming hard.
Cool.
Nice.
What
So, oh, go ahead.
what's the most important thing for you when it comes to picking a school or playing on the next level? Is it playing time, like a winning culture, a specific position coach that you want to know who's going to be there for you next at least 3 years? What's the most important thing for you when it comes to picking your next school?
I mean, all those are important, but I'm just looking like for best education and best chance to go to the NFL. So,
That's
all,
right. That's the mission. Buy mama that house.
Facts, facts. Um, so I noticed your brother, Zach Lovett. I
yeah,
guess your brother, right? So I saw he was at Vandy. He's a D1 guy.
he's where?
Isn't he at Vandy?
Nah, he's at Mizzou.
Mizzou.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. Same colors. Yeah, Mizzou. So how most people don't have that the opportunity or the luxury of having somebody already kind of go through the process,
Yeah.
especially at a prime D1 school. So how has it been different from you as far as your outlook, like seeing the business side of the college sports and not just the glitz and glamour of it?
It's good because everything I have a question about or need to know, I can go to him about. He's not going to sugarcoat nothing. He's going to let me know, and he tells me how it is, how it's going to be, and what I need to do to get ready for it. So it's great.
Fact. So with the business, NIL, man, is big. We just saw supposedly there was a report that a high school kid signed that was 8-figure eight-figure deal NIL, something like that, which is crazy. How do you feel about the NIL stuff, and does it have any at least sway with your decision?
Not really. because, I mean, at the end of the day, if I get it, cool. If I don't, not. Because I feel like if it gets too out of hand, it's going to start making kids focus more on that and not play football. So it doesn't really matter to me.
Facts. Steve, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, I did. I said that, man. I think that that NIL will eventually get to the point where if the players are making more than the coaches, I mean, are we really going to have a situation where you're going to have guys feel like, well, I already make $8 million. What are you going to tell me? You know what I'm saying? So I agree with what you just said on that, Bryce. 100%. So Bryce, let me ask you a question, man. On commitment day, who's going to be sitting beside you, man? Who you going to have up there with you when you get ready to make your commitment?
My mom and my aunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mom and aunt.
And what makes them the special too?
Just my mom has been there literally since day one, and it's just been her. So obviously, she made me who I am. And my aunt is like my second mom. She's from Chicago, and she's been there since day one and just helped me with whatever I need. And she's just great. I mean, it's like I have two moms.
Oh man, that's a
Man, that's a
blessing.
blessing right there, man. That truly is a blessing. Man, so we talking about academics, you talking about, playing, getting to the league, family. When do you plan on committing?
Late June.
Late June? Who was coming up? So visit wise, I saw you just came off a visit to, was it UCF?
No, I just came from Arkansas.
Arkansas. So how is the visits like you're playing? Like I know everything's kind of unofficial visits right now, but with you having a June date, I'm assuming you about to squeeze in, those 5 officials.
Yeah. So I have UCF on Tuesday, Iowa State April 8th and 9th, and then I should be taking like 3 officials in June that aren't set officially yet, but we're trying to work it out.
Ooh, you about to be busy, boy. But
Did
that's
you did you feel like getting the commitment over before you go into your senior season was something
Yeah,
you wanted to go ahead and do so you can focus solely on getting that state championship?
yeah, I want to be committed before my season.
nice.
Good move.
So with the excitement of the uh, visits, what's things are you looking forward to just going to a visit, especially going to official visits from the unofficial?
Just trying to see how the coaches work, how they talk, how they are, and just trying to see if I would like being there every day for 4 years.
That's dope. So man, so as you can see, I have a particular school that I'm a fan of, and yeah, we both do. You know what I'm saying? The premise of this is, how does a Gator fan and a UGA fan get along? Is that even possible? We have our days, but for the most part, we're good. But I didn't see UGA on there, so we ain't gonna get them no attention. No. But so Florida, man, how is the new staff? How's the vibe been with them since you've been recruited by them?
It's been great, man. They're all super cool. They're they offered me, I don't even know when I went, like a month ago, 2 months ago. And when I first went up there, it felt like I'd known them for forever, but I just met all of them. They're just super cool. It's a great environment.
Man, I've been seeing that a lot. Like it seems like everybody that goes on that visit is just like, yo, they're dope. Yeah. They're dope. So that's definitely good, especially you being a Florida kid, man. You got to see a lot of just football over the time, especially with the old regime and even other schools like the Miamis and Florida States and UCFs and their climb up. Is being home important to you?
No, I actually prefer, I'm not going to make a decision on where the location is, but I kind of want to get out of Florida a little bit and see different stuff.
I'm not mad at it. And I'm glad you said that because, I get into a lot of debates with people and I be trying to tell these people like, you can't put a kid in a box just because a kid is from a certain part of town. That doesn't mean he has to go to that school or it's a failure if he doesn't go. It's like, first of all, these are kids, these young men, they want to go live their life. Like there's so many things other than just, who the fan base, toots the most,
Yeah.
So that's definitely cool. So what schools so far have stood out to you that you're like maybe surprised you that, you had an idea about, but now they're making you open your eyes?
I'll say probably Ivy League schools like Duke and Vanderbilt. Like they're not Ivy League, but they're high. Like that pretty cool. So I'm thinking about that a little bit. And then obviously, I mean, all these offers are kind of blowing my mind just because you never get used to the feeling when you get a new offer. So it's like crazy.
Yeah. It's man. So what has like the surprising thing, I guess, with getting offers, maybe the coaches coming to your school, the effort that, schools are trying to get your attention. I know like you hear about the social media, the text messages, the popping up at your school. Has it kind of been crazy?
Yeah. So I think in March, it was like every day, 5 coaches a day. Just was it March? No, it was February, I think.
So right after the dead period, basically, they
No, it was
started
right.
blowing you up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right before it.
So I want to say right when we got back to school from like Christmas break or something. It was like 5 coaches a day every day for like a month straight.
Sheesh. Hey man, that it gotta be exciting, but also gotta be like a little bit like, yo. Like,
yeah, I was out of class. Period.
Oh man, wow.
That's
And
that's
is it a situation? Is it a situation where someone takes you like, "Hey man, coach wants your number," or do you just get a random call from an area code and you're like, "I've never seen this. Hello," and they're like, "Hey man, this is Coach such and such."
Yeah, so sometimes it'd be like that. Sometimes my coach would just text me and be like, "Come to the office real quick," and then they'll either offer me or just give me all that info and we'll start texting like as soon as I leave the office.
Oh, that's what's up.
man. I know the official visits. With you being a highly rated recruit, those visits, especially the official visits, man. You get that time with the coach. You get the tour, but then you get that time with the players. How's it been as far as getting attention or conversations with current players at the schools? Whether they want to just hit you up, take you out, whatever.
Yeah, so from my school, I'm glad because we always had like a good program. So we got players all over the place. So most of the schools, I got old teammates that go there, like FSU, Arkansas, Mizzou, Louisville. I got teammates, like old teammates there, so I can talk to them. And then other schools, I got Richie that went to Coco that goes to UF. He's an O-lineman.
Yeah.
So I just talk to them, and then other players that we get connected on Twitter or Instagram, they be talking, and like every time they tell me like next time I come up, hit them up and stuff.
Man, that's dope. So is it kind of easy to kind of vibe, like see, which coach is coming in? You're like, he's just trying to sell a dream versus a coach is like, oh, he really cared about me and what to be.
Yeah, you can tell. You can definitely tell. I don't know how, but you can just tell.
That's dope. So look, we're wrapping up, man. We don't want to hold you your whole morning, but so we're having our next segment. We're gonna have it. We're discussing Oline-U. You know what I'm saying? Every position group, is that university.
Yeah.
Who do you feel would be maybe 2 or 3, or top? Who do you feel is Oline-U right now?
Arkansas.
Ooh, I would say y'all got Oline-U coach, but I don't know about the.
I say Arkansas.
Ooh,
Miami in 2 years.
Oh,
okay.
I don't think he ain't gonna like that.
Crystal, I'm not mad at that. I expect Crystal to, to recruit O-line to do things. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect him to be too successful, but that's just the Gator in me. But yeah, man. So look, shout out your socials so people can follow you on all your platforms.
Yeah. My Instagram is _official_Bryce. Twitter is Bryce Lovett 55, and that's it. I don't really use nothing else but those two.
All right, bet. Well, look, man, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to have you on here. Hopefully, we can get you up here. When you get close to commitment date. You know what I'm saying, and have that interview of how everything kind of worked out with your business and how everything broke down. But yeah, man, it's been a pleasure, man. I definitely thank you for your time.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
man. And we're gonna catch you all season, man. We're gonna be watching all season,
For
man.
sure, for
Follow you
sure.
through your high school, your senior year, man. Hopefully we can get you guys in that state championship.
Yeah.
I'm not far from Rutledge, Florida. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, man. I'm gonna drive down and check you out one day, man. So one Friday I'm gonna check you out. We're gonna get an exclusive toe-to-toe after the game interview with Bryce Lovett.
All
We're
right,
gonna
bet.
get that coming.
Yes, sir. All right,
Yeah.
man. So we're out. We're going to take a 30-second commercial break, and we'll be back.
All right. See ya.
All right. Thanks, man. All right, man. I think that's our 30 seconds. So let's go. All right, man. Get down to the nitty gritty. You know that again. We want to thank Bryce Lovett for being on here, man. 3-star guy at Rockledge, Florida, Rockledge High School. Hope he becomes a Gator commit. You know, I ain't wanna, I ain't wanna, you know what I'm saying, and influence the young man so much, but that's a great kid, man.
Yeah,
That's
man. He
a
do.
great
He
kid.
really seems like a real good kid, man. And like I said, his tape, man, crazy. I am gonna get down there and watch him. Man. I'm gonna get down there and check him out. Rutledge, Florida. Man, just looked up. It's like a 3.5 hour drive. I'm gonna go down and check him out. Get that exclusive interview with him. So we'll be looking out for that.
Facts. Um, so yeah, Oline-U, man. We here.
Oline-U. Who is
Who you got, man? Who you got?
Oline-U?
Who you got?
Man, it was surprising. You know, when I looked it up, of course, like anything we look up over the last 10 years, it always gonna come up Alabama. You know, they got the most guys in the league. They put the most guys in the league. I don't automatically disqualify them, but just looking at kind of how we were looking to talk about how we rank them, like how how frequent you put out players. Not really necessarily what the players do in the pros, but their stature in the pros. I like Notre Dame, man. Notre Dame got Zach Martin, Ronnie Staley, Quentin Nelson. The boy got some heavy hitters. And then if you look since 2010, I think they got the most people drafted, or number two behind my second team, which is Wisconsin. Wisconsin got some monsters too, man. So I got Notre Dame as one, and Wisconsin is two, and then of
Hey,
course Bama at three.
I yeah, pretty much. So I put it was hard because I looked at everything like you said, getting guys drafted to the league, and looking at it the totality of stuff. So my number 3 was kind of like a 3A, 3B type thing. I have Florida as like a 3A, simply because over the years, you can go back to Lord knows when, and it was always a Gator getting that was wrecking house. The last, even we had somebody last year, Stone Forsythe, who got drafted. This year we'll get another guy, probably like a 3rd round. So, we had the Pouncey twins and Taylor and all that stuff. So we got guys over the years sprinkled out. We're on everybody's list now. 3B, I had Oklahoma. Oklahoma had some heads on there, man. I was very surprised at Oklahoma.
I had your boy. I did look at Oklahoma, and I think they had Orlando. What's his name? Orlando Brown. Is it Orlando
Yeah,
Pace Brown?
they had they had a lot of people. They had, let me just look at this thing. Last year they had Creed Humphrey. They had before that, get down here, Cody Ford, Bobby Evans, Drew Samaya, Ben Powers. Like they've been putting out guys You know, because it's one of those things like if you're probably not a fan or don't pay attention to it, you don't see it. So yeah, I had them as like 3A, 3B. I was like deleting the name, putting the name in, deleting. I was like, I'll just get 3A, 3B. Number 2, I have Notre Dame because them boys. And when I think factory, I think of getting to the league and what they do in college, right?
Yeah.
Notre Dame is, you know, perennial, you know, O-line. You know, they won the award for the best O-line, I believe, like a year or two ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
You know, Quentin Nelson, probably one of the best O-line. That's probably gonna go down like in history. You know, top 5. Yeah, he's a beast, and they have a lot of guys that came out of Notre Dame. Then I didn't put Wisconsin right. Now I looked at Wisconsin hard because automatically I was like, that's what they do. Wisconsin, they run the ball. So team success, you know, you would look at if you want to be an O-line, you want to maul dudes, you want to get ready for that run heavy, you know, offense in the pros. Wisconsin, like, you know, them Wisconsins, the Iowas, you know, those schools, they get it in, you know, but they weren't beating Notre Dame. Then I'm gonna have Bama because every other year they have a guy that's going to be a top 10 pick, you know, that's off the O-line. It seems like every 2 years, unless they just stay for their 4th year, there's always a guy that's like, oh, number 1 tackle off the board, number 1 guard off the board. So they're always there, and they recruit. So with Bama, they will recruit a 5-star All-American. He will sit on the bench for 3 years, come in that last year, and then go to the league and be like a 1st-round pick. So that what they have in their toolbox as far as the players they bring on, they keep in-house. Those kids aren't transferring. They know, like, yo, I'm gonna come. If I'm better than them, I'll play. If not, I just gotta work hard for the next 2 or 3 years and just hopefully get on the field. You know, I'm sure they got guys that's gotten drafted that probably didn't even start.
Yeah, they have, for real. They really have. They have got linemen who've been drafted and played well who really didn't get no PT.
Right. And then I looked at the O-line award. They won 3 in the last 7 years. So you can't, as much as I hate to, you know, say Bama, you know, you kind of got to give Bama the credit.
Yeah. That's true. But I did like USC, man. I almost put USC on my list. USC did have a few guys, but they're more toward like the early 2000s, not really as of late. The only real huge name to jump off the screen to me when I looked was like Tyron Smith. So USC was kind of up there on my list as well. But yeah, I agree with everything you said. But you know why these people came. You know why these people came to watch us today. You know what these people want to talk about. UGA versus Florida at O-line. Now, let me tell you what I got. UGA done had 11 O-linemen drafted in the last 10 years. Florida got 8. UGA's had the number 1 overall pick last year and 2 in the 1st round last year as well. University of Florida's highest pick was Jawan Taylor in the 2nd round. And that's, you know, have any of those guys made the Pro Bowl in the last 10 years have been drafted in Florida? No. Have any of those guys all pro that's been drafted out of Florida in the last 10 years? No. Come on, man. You didn't even have any old linemen drafted in 2020.
Nope.
Yeah.
Sure didn't.
Give me UGA. Give me UGA over Florida. Only thing you got is pouncing. And that was I was just how my daddy nutsack when that.
I will give you that, even though it's no, you know what I'm saying? I gotta give UGA the nod for this one. Just lately, I mean, this is just the
talent thing, man.
I mean, at the end of the day, like UGA was bringing in guys that were, you know, great talents. Like they've always brought in good offensive linemen, but it was a good like 3 years to where they was just bringing in dudes like, yo, It was like, geez, like that line y'all had 20, was it 2020?
2019,
No,
because
it was
the
2019.
2019,
That
because they
2019 line was just like,
they had 4 people from that line drafted. You had #1 overall pick. Then you had later on. He didn't. He's had some issues with the Titans, but what's the big dude out of Brooklyn? It's a big dude. He was in Brooklyn, New
oh
York.
yeah,
He was
I
with
know
the
you
Titans a
can.
long
Yeah.
time. He just that Southern heat just he couldn't make it. But when he got it took him 3 years to get adapted to the heat. But when he Isaiah Thomas, when he did get
Yeah,
adapted to it, oh man! But he
yeah.
went to Tennessee, man, and I don't know. He done had some issues with guns and all kind of stuff, bro. That
We know how the Georgia boys do, man.
he from New York.
Chargers and pistols, baby. Chargers and pistols, baby. That's what we do.
Ooh, that's all good, man. As long as they don't throw no shoes on the field and cost us the game, then we cool. I'm okay with that.
That one hurt. That one still hurts. But when I look at it, it was a necessary evil.
Nah, bro. Go
No,
on,
no, no.
bro.
That year, man, that hurt me. That that shoe toss, man, was just like,
Y'all
fam.
had the game won, I think.
No, I mean, we were down by like 3. Like it was a thing to where like, oh, we were about to score. Like we were rolling, and the defense finally stood up. And this guy, keep it. You know, I got to keep it PG because we're on multiple
Yeah. Beast
Twitter and
Radio in Atlanta.
YouTube. BSO Radio, shout out to them. So I'm gonna keep it clean. But boy, I was like, when that happened, I was like, wait, did he just? I was like, come on. Believe me, everybody, and honestly, I think that was the beginning of the end
The end
for
for
that
Dan Mullen.
staff
Yeah.
because they didn't take him out.
Oh, they didn't pull him out of the game after he played the next play?
Nope.
Stop playing, bro. I know at the press conference, Dan Mullen said he didn't see what happened. But
Right.
the penalty, you got a flag. How you didn't see? They just told you.
Yeah.
Then they showed the replay, coach.
Look, that began. I think that was the first time people saw him was like, huh. What's
Something
going
right.
on with this? Like, it was like it wasn't just like a play, it was just like a program thing, like why didn't you check like what's going on with the keeping guys accountable type thing. And from that moment, things started unraveling towards the next season, and we saw that happen. But I give UGA right now that online vibe, just because you guys have recruited well, and the guys perform. I mean, UGA's always been a run heavy team. So
yeah. And we've had offensive linemen that have went on to win championships, and Bill
right.
Jones
and O-line like to block. They don't like you like to pass block here and there to get a break per se, but when you are O-lineman at heart, you want to maul dudes and you want to run the ball. So UGA has it, and then they have a running back factory, so they're gonna run the ball, and the QBs don't really throw the ball like that. So it's a good situation for O-line to want to go to UGA. And that's the most nice stuff I'm gonna say.
Oh man! So we did Oline-U. This is our segment on Who's the U. Next week, where we going, Ken?
Man, we got to go back defense. We got to save DBU for last. So we got to go linebacker U.
Linebacker U. Next week, we're going to talk about linebacker U.
And it's gonna be interesting. This is the first time I can honestly say that Florida probably won't be on the list. But
yeah.
We've had guys that came in like, I mean, you gotta put some respect on some folks' name, but
yeah.
The league, like
y'all got some champions. Y'all got some world champions at that linebacker spot.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. Because you got UGA, you got the Bamas, then you have schools like I don't know, like the Iowas, the
Penn State.
Penn State. Right.
You talking about Alabama? Then Penn State might be the school we have to talk about next week, bro.
Right. Boston College.
Yeah,
those
BC.
tough.
Yep.
Maybe Miami. Maybe. If we go back to
Linebacker U, Miami.
nah.
Oh no, man. Miami, we can't really talk about it. If we were talking about something like pre-2000s, then we probably get Miami on the list somewhere.
So real quick, I know y'all spring ball coming up, and what position battle are you looking forward to seeing?
Wide receiver.
You ain't
you
got
gotta
nobody.
have some
Whoever show up, whoever come on campus play. What you mean?
Yeah, true. That's true. At this point, it look like whoever can stay healthy per se. 'Cause we got a lot of guys on camera, on field that on the field on paper that should be good, but they can't stay healthy. Like we've had one dude that runs a 4.2, like legit flat 4.2. He broke
Going
his leg
track,
twice.
the track kid.
Arian Smith, he even broke his leg twice. He hurt himself twice or ankle injury. Blaylock should be good, man. He's coming back from that ACL. He repaired last year. He just didn't play a lot. Then the dude that caught the AD Mitchell, the dude that caught the touchdown that kind of put us over the top. I feel like those situations in championship moments really should propel you as a player. Cause look at that dude that caught that touchdown, Smith, Devontae Smith, when he caught that touchdown against UGA as a freshman and they beat us to an overtime. Man, he went on to be the greatest college wide receiver in history. You know what I'm saying? He did. And if he didn't have that moment, I'm not saying he wouldn't still went on to be as good, but to have that moment to propel you, I think AD Smith will have that chance. And AD Mitchell will have that chance to do that. Then we got to replace so many people on defense, bro. It's a lot of young guys, a lot of young cats coming in that's gonna really give us some chance to burn, man, and some chance to play. Uh, Nakobe Dean is gone. We need a new Nakobe. This might be y'all year to catch us slipping, if you gonna catch him. Napier first year, this might be y'all best chance to catch him slipping in Jacksonville right now over the next 2 to 3 years. Because it's gonna take Napier some time to get his staff and get his players in place to play his system, whatever kind of system that is out of Louisiana Tech or wherever he was at, Louisiana Lafayette. Raging Cajun football in Florida.
Now I want to see.
He coming from one swamp to another. That's what's up.
But they the big swamp. But oh
what
man,
about y'all, bro? What you got? What you got over there?
Well, one thing I want to see how y'all do with Eric Gilbert, man. I don't know why. I mean, I understand getting him on campus and selling him the dream of a wide receiver.
Who you talking about?
Eric Gilbert, the dude.
Arik Gilbert. Arik Gilbert. I got you. Yeah. Man.
As a tight end,
Is he going to even be able to play? I don't have faith in dudes. Once you come on campus and your academics ain't right, and then you got these mental problems, I kind of just like I have to wait to put on some
I'm
pads.
schooling a UGA guy on the UGA. He on campus, he pressing with the team. But
I've seen him on film, bro. I've seen him catching passes. He's gonna play wide receiver.
I don't see it. Like he's not as fast as Pickens, and he's a nice side. This is a situation to where you sell a kid a dream so that way you can keep him on campus, and you kind of let him go through the thing. But at the time when y'all had him, because y'all didn't know.
Oh yeah. Because we didn't know Val was gonna be that. Darnell Washington was coming back off of that foot injury. But right now, bro, if he's not playing wide receiver, he's probably not gonna see the field.
And I see that. But the thing with Eric Gilbert is he's a mean mismatch at tight end because of the matchup. So when he does slide out, he's sliding out against a corner or that 1 or 2 times against a safety. It's not a every down thing. Like Bowers is a tight end that they can split him out to where you like, all right, am I gonna commit a smaller corner to him? Am I gonna put a safety on? Like you gotta think,
You better not put a smaller quarterback.
But Eric Gilbert, but Bowers probably won't be as effective as a full-time wide receiver as he is as a tight end, simply because of the matchups and what he creates. Gilbert, I don't think it's going to be the same thing. I think it's going to be one of those things where you just look back.
He's lost some weight. I do see that, and I do read reports about he's lost some weight. He's been working on his speed training. So if he can get into the 4-5 as a wide receiver, I think you can make it.
No. At Florida, the battle that's going to be interesting is going to be the running back room, because we have two 5-star running backs. You have Naquan come off injury. Then you have the kids just transfer from Louisiana, who goes crazy. So it's going to be interesting because you have one guard there, you have Bowman there, you have Naquan coming off the injury, you have
quarterback AR-15.
Yeah, I mean it's his job to lose. It's his job to lose. I mean, nobody on that roster is as talented as he is. Now, the kid from Ohio State, I think Jack, was it Miller, something like that. He's I think he's probably a little bit better passer accuracy wise, but athletic ability with accuracy is going to be AR-15. I think Emory I think Emory transfers after spring ball.
Emory's still there?
Well, he's a senior. He graduates in spring.
Emory, you need to go on, man. Go on somewhere.
Well, he's gonna graduate. You get that UF on your diploma. You know what I'm saying? That degree gonna look different than wherever he decides to go. I don't see him stand. If he wants to matriculate to the next level, then he would transfer. If he just wants to just enjoy college ball, then I can't stand. You know what I'm saying?
I can see him transfer. Probably. Where's Dan Mullen OC at? He probably Dan Mullen.
Dan Mullen is on a beach in Hawaii right now. Like that. He enjoying that the millions we gave him to kick rocks. So he chilling. But yeah, it's that, and then the DB room, man. We got our DB room is stacked. I hope we don't lose a lot of those guys to the portal, because everybody's gonna lose players to the portal this spring. Like it's just scholarship numbers and how it is now. But man, we got some heat back there just on the edge. You got Marshall, you got Hill coming back, who is going to be a starter next to Elam. You have the kid coming in from UGA. We still have Perkins, who's one of our hard-hitting physical corners. We got Will Coxon. He was hurt last year with the knee. He's medically cleared. Man, you got Kamari Wilson back there. You still got Trey Dean. You got
y'all defense should be balling, man. Y'all defense should be legit, bro.
Yeah, our defense. I don't think defense is going to be a problem this year. If our defense is just a half better, then we'll be good. Offense-wise, I think identity-wise, you're going to see more traditional offense. You're going to see, I formation. You're going to see some pistol. You're going to see.
Do y'all have the linemen to run that stuff effectively? I know you can, but that's all I'm. It takes
we do, and the crazy part is, back there. So folks got to remember, Florida was top 5 in rushing for like almost the whole season until like the last 2 games, maybe. Really, when our main Ethan White got hurt, but we were leading the nation. We're in the top of the nation with running. We had the #1 rushing quarterback. Pierce was killing them. Per yards and attempt, all that good.
How that work out for you in Jacksonville? It didn't work.
I mean, at the end of the day, it was a mix of defense and offense. It was just a bad year last year. It wasn't the talent. It was more of the.
You lost to Kentucky at home. It was a pretty bad year.
I mean, it was bad. The blocked field goal return. Like, I mean, they had to win. And Kentucky has always been a hard game for us. Like, it's one of those games to where like you shouldn't struggle, but they always show up when they play us. Always. It always comes down to like a last play or two to win it. Like, we won one game off look, a guy uncovered. The other game, Trask comes in, runs the ball crazy, never runs the ball. So Kentucky just shows up for us, man. They're always a battle, and they're good. They're solid. You saw what they did last year. I mean, they were streaking today.
Kentucky always have them 4-year seniors that'll be there, and then have their team that's been playing against SEC competition. So they're always gonna be good.
All right, so real quick, we gotta take a 30-second break for B-Soul Radio. Stick with us, 30 seconds. I think there's 30 seconds. I kind of stopped counting. Here, Kirk, some Kirk going on over there. But but yeah, man. Back to that thing. I think it's gonna be some good battles. Offensive wise, it'll be traditional. You know, we have the O-line. You know, we have Osiris in. We have they also another kid that came in with them. He's like 6'8", 6'7", something like that. We still got Ethan White. We got Braun. We got Delance. You know, we got Kingsley, who did great at center. You know, and then we had a kid transfer in from Clemson last year that kind of went under the radar. You know, we got some guys that's been with the program for about 2 years now. So we have a good little stock of O-line. Because it wasn't always the best played. It was more of a who understood this position more and who was around longer, and you know, there's a lot of seniority type.
Politics, kind of like politics. Me.
Yeah, so the people who played weren't necessarily the best. They were just, you know, maybe knew where to go versus, you know what I'm saying. But
So of all the new coaches, so I guess that kind of does take us into our next segment,
yeah.
or our final segment here, man. The new coaches, man. Of the new coaches, how do you rank the new coaches when it comes to who you think will have the most success at their new spot?
Immediate success or overall success?
I guess we can go with both.
All right, so
kind of give who you think. Let's go with I guess we'll go with immediate first. Who you think will have the most immediate success?
I think Lincoln Riley is going to have the most immediate success.
I had the same.
I think they gave him the Ferrari and was like, look, man, it's autopilot. You ain't even really got to drive. Just get that thing and make a move. Like, he has pretty much all his good kids from Oklahoma went there. He got all the other good kids that were supposed to go to Oklahoma went there. They have the personnel won't be the problem if they don't win. I expect them to battle for the Pac-12 championship, like just off rip. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they make the college football playoff. Like it's a open. The Pac-12 is like, yo, if you win it,
somebody take it.
Beat Notre Dame, beat Oregon. Who else? That's all you got.
That's it. Chip Kelly, UCLA.
Yeah, no, Chip in LSU now. No, I'm tripping. Never mind.
That's the other Kelly. That's
they look
Brian
like
Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly.
yeah. But
so
yeah,
I actually, you know what? I don't. And speaking of Kelly hire in LSU, I don't have him like at the top of my list. I don't say it's a bad hire. I just think it's at a bad timing because you still got Bama over there churning. I got Ole Miss and Texas A&M coming hard over there on the side when it comes to the West. And then in the East, I think Georgia's gonna kind of lock that thing down for at least the next 2 or 3 years.
No.
So Kelly, I mean, unless there's a realignment coming, I don't see Kelly finishing better than probably third or fourth in the West the next 4 or 5 years, maybe. I like Marcus Freeman, but I just don't like the fact that Notre Dame is not a part of a conference, bro. I don't like that. I don't like that they schedule these USA 10 games or whoever they be playing. And then when they get to the big game, y'all look like a deer in the headlights because you haven't played competition that's even been worthy all year. So if Notre Dame could go to the ACC, pick a side, and get in, I would like Marcus Freeman's chance. I take Dan Lanning too, man, when it comes to immediate success, because of the Nike money. When old boy Thibodeau came out and said I didn't care about nothing else but just going there because of Nike, the lifetime deal, the NIL, I think Nike now has an advantage with Oregon that nobody else has. And I think we'll start to see that play out more and more when you start talking about these kids getting these big money deals.
I think if there's a coach who doesn't work out, I think it may be Dan Lanning in Oregon. And I don't think it's because he's not a good coach. I just think Oregon is one of those places to where you have to have like a certain like system around you. You know what I'm saying? Like Cristobal had the name, he had the Florida kids because he's a Miami legend. He had the West Coast connection. He had the Hawaii connection with the O-line. Like it was just different things he had there. And then USC was bad. You know what I'm saying? He came out when USC was bad. Now you have USC good. Oregon ain't competing with LA. You know what I'm saying? For kids. Now the Oregon, now don't get me wrong, the Nike thing is good, but that's for a Thibodeau. Are you gonna get another Thibodeau on your? You know what I'm saying?
I think you'll start to see more Thibodeaus once this money starts really rolling in there. They get the NIL to the point where it's actually brokered in high school. Then yes, I think that you will actually get more of those Thibodeaus. Do you have enough where you'll win a championship? Probably not. But can you win the Pac-12? You can compete with Lincoln Riley. Now, I think it'll just be him versus Lincoln. I don't know if they're on the same side. I don't know how the Pac-12 breaks down, but yeah, I think you'll have USC versus Oregon for the Pac-12 championship for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I think that's the same way. I think Brian Kelly and LSU, I think it was a safe hire for them because they had to do something because they really whiffed on getting Napier. Like they really whiffed on that one. Like if you follow, because I mean most people didn't know of Billy Napier like that. Like I knew of him because I saw like an ESPN special that they did about what he's done at Louisiana, but nobody really knew him. But he'd been in Louisiana for 4 years. He'd been recruiting kids. He'd been building staff. He changed the whole outlook of football at that school in that region. They had 4 years to, you know what I'm saying, to look at him and be like, oh, okay, we see what he's doing, how he flipped the program. But LSU, I think it's just one of those things where it's a contest of my car shinier than yours, no matter what's under the hood. And they're just panicked and was like, they missed out on Lincoln. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I thought they were going to get. I thought Lincoln Riley was going to go there, but I think he looked at that competition and was like, man, do I want to go?
Oh, yeah, he ain't want no SEC smoke. That was done. That's where he ran from for. He ain't want no SEC smoke. They missed out on that. They missed out on Aranda from he wound up re-signing. I think Matt LaFleur wound up re-signing like the Iowa coach, the Baylor coach. They all re-signed. So that kind of made them be like, oh, what are we gonna do? Let's like Brian Kelly, like that was a that was like a Hail Mary, like, look, we'll give you whatever you want, please just come. And so LSU's always gonna get talent, like you saw, they got Harold Perkins, you know what I'm saying? They're still gonna get kids because it's Louisiana, but they definitely whiffed. And by the time they try to get Billy Napier, it was just too late. By the time they try to get in that fight.
I do like your boy Brent Venables going back to Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I thought that was a good pickup. I think he can definitely go over there and win that division and still recruit like his old days.
Well, they come to the SEC, so it's going to be interesting to see how. It's going to be interesting to see how he does. I mean, they have a great he's building a good staff, but I just don't know how they're going to compete with
the Bamas and the A&Ms.
Right. Oh yeah. Because Ole Miss is, I wouldn't be surprised. Ole Miss ends up being like second in the West this year, simply because they're getting the pieces, and they might beat a Texas A&M.
I know we're gonna talk about this later on, but who you got winning the West, Bama? Because I got A&M winning the West this year.
I got Bama winning this year, but next year, like A&M, if he don't win with this class that he brought in. Boy, but I mean, he did the same thing at Florida State. It's one of those things where Jimbo going Jimbo, man.
Yeah.
And he gonna do what he does, and it's just one of those things to where he pops up and be like, "Yo, I have the best class in history." And don't get me wrong, like you had a lot of Texas kids that wind up staying in Texas. So like the Evan Stewarts and things like that. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see. That West is a lot tighter than it has ever been. Because Arkansas is recruiting.
Yeah, Arkansas went bad either now.
And as you see, Bryce, like he like, I like Arkansas. Like I got that vibe. Like I'm a Florida boy, but Arkansas looking good.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised if I'm saying he's
I
flat.
seen you I see you cringe a little bit when he said, "Yeah, staying at home ain't that important. I really want to go somewhere else." I said, "Oh man, look at kid."
You don't want to hear that, but I respect that more than a kid being like,
I
so
see.
it'll be interesting. I mean, look, you can't. It's one of them things where you can't get them all.
Yeah, man.
So just we'll see. It's a long way, man. We get them on. If we get an official visit, who knows, man? Napier make magic.
I mean, you
Um,
never know. Them official visits, bro, they
they
change a
be
lot
different.
sometimes, bro.
These
So
kids
what you
coming off these Florida visits, I don't know what they doing. We ain't getting the details. Maybe we can get in the details from him at a later time. But I don't know what they saying or what they doing. But the excitement that kids are showing from leaving, like from the initial, oh yeah, I'm gonna take a
Oh, you don't
visit.
know what they're doing. Oh, you don't know what they're doing.
No, man,
You
I don't
know
know
what
what
they're
they
doing.
doing, man. I don't know what they doing.
Which one of y'all boosters don't open up their checkbook down there in the
Hey
swamp?
man, we got the
Somebody
Gator.
gonna open up a
Shout
checkbook.
out to the Gator Collective. You know what I'm saying? That's NIL. They're treating the kids right. They're doing everything they are by the book. You ain't gonna see no recruiting violation with
Somebody,
Napier. You
somebody
ain't
ain't
got
no
to,
such
man.
thing as a violation no more. At this
No,
point,
it
violations
is.
is gone.
It
I mean,
is. But,
it is. Don't get me wrong, but
but
I'm just saying.
Napier doing it the right way. And plus, Scott Strickland, he ain't letting he's a very by the book. Stop at the stop sign for 3 seconds type
Yeah.
guy. Like
So
he
Napier Cristobal, who has the better long term success?
Napier simply because um, Napier, I think, will probably recruit better. I think immediate recruiting, you'll probably see Cristobal simply because, Miami, Cristobal, the excitement. They're going to take kids to take kids. They're going to be like, oh, you're a 5-star, come on. And Napier is a lot more diligent with their recruiting. But I think he'll have more long-term success because he's creating a baby Bama. Like the infrastructure of the team, like the amount of coaches, and not just names, but like guys who actually fit the bill, who are great or top of what they do. They may not be extremely popular, but when you look at the coaching staff, you have defensive line coach who gets guys to the league. He recruits crazy. The Michael Parsons, Uter Grosses, those guys. Then you have Colbert coming from USC. He won the top wide receiver coach the year before. You have, what I'm saying, our DB coach that's top
I
in
think
the nation.
coaching is definitely important when it comes to the names and the people. I think
Right.
once you get to winning, you can win some games as a within that first year of a coach. You got to win that one game you wouldn't expect. I hope it ain't Georgia, of course,
I
but
think it's going to be, honestly, I think it'll be Utah. Our first game, we play Utah. They come
bro,
to.
Utah, y'all should beat Utah anyways. Y'all
I
are
mean,
Florida. Come
Utah
on, bro.
coming in
Get
ranked
out of
top.
here.
Utah coming in ranked top 11, top 10.
And their probably biggest player is probably like y'all 20th biggest player. Like, come
Well,
on, bro. It's a different
they had
type of
Basso transferred over there,
oh well, yeah.
and
With the port,
we
you
gonna
know,
ball.
with the portal, things are completely different nowadays. I guess you can't just
But yeah,
go off
but
there.
long
But I
term
expect
success.
y'all to beat Utah, bro. Y'all go out there and let Utah beat y'all. I'm be mad.
I mean, it's one of those things like this season. I hope for a lot. I don't expect much. I expect a winning season. I expect us to have more wins than losses.
Y'all
Um,
have pro style? Is it pro style or y'all spread?
it'll be a pro style, kind of like a multiple thing. So it's more pro style, but they use a lot of pistol, a lot of run, a lot of deception. So it's gonna be one of them things to where like you may see AR roll, pull, go to the right, that
Pull it back
guy
in there.
come underneath, take the hand off type thing.
Okay.
It's a lot of thing, and they'll do it out of multiple looks. So it was like one play. There was one formation out of a pistol, and they ran 3 or 4 plays out of it, and it was the same exact formation, the same exact movement, but one was a handoff, one was a toss, one was a play action, and one was just a pass. So it's like you got to really you know, he's going to bring some excitement. You might not see like the 80-yard trick bomb pass and but you'll be like, oh, man, they took 3 minutes off and they drove the field and they did this and defense and we got a game changer, you know, special teams. So it's gonna be good. We're definitely looking forward to what he's bringing and so I think he'll have the best long-term success out of all the new hire coaches, but immediate Lincoln Riley. If Lincoln Riley don't play for a Pac-12 championship, then he needs to be fired because he got everything that you would want or need at a new school.
There's nothing. There's nobody even out there. We could, like you said, Dan Lanning is probably his best competition, and he just got there. So Stanford still out there. Stanford, they still got the same coach, Shaw.
Yeah, so that ain't changing nothing. Stanford going Stanford. Football, USC got that West Coast on lock. Because Lincoln Riley,
they should have it on lock. We'll put it like that.
Lincoln Riley recruit. See, that's the thing. He recruit. Now he gonna recruit, and you have the unlimited pipeline to the matter days. You know, you have the traditional pipelines. Like if it'd be like Florida lost Lakeland High School to Miami or Florida State. Like Lakeland High School is Florida University High. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, man, I got Napier being the top, and I'm being very unbiased. Like I'm just looking at.
Hey man, I'm not saying Napier won't have success. I don't think Napier is not a good coach. I'm definitely not saying that. I just think that it's gonna have to be proven on the field. That's all. I think the level of competition is a little different. Like you said, he was at Bama before, though. He knows, he understands. Can you recruit the South? Can you get the 5 stars in Florida to stop going to Alabama, Georgia, Auburn, Florida State, and Miami? If you can
we'll get some. I think this 2023 class is going to be like, as long as we finish competitive. As long as we finish competitive, we're like, oh, okay, I see what they did. They maybe need like a little piece here, a piece there. We're good. Now, if we go and lose 9 games, then kids are probably gonna be like, but that ain't happening.
Y'all ain't gonna lose 9 games,
right? But if we're competitive and we're like 9-3, 8-4, now you're gonna be like, all right. And those 5 kids, like IMG is them IMG
you know,
boys.
I know. You ain't gotta tell me.
So yeah, it's looking good, man. Like when people look at the recruiting class that we had coming in, and they were like, "Oh, 3 stars," and you know, like Bryce said, stars don't matter. But next season, but this 2023 class, Dream 23, man, them boys, this class is gonna be like, oh wow, it's gonna be one of those like the 2007 or the 2006 recruiting class for Florida. You know, when Meyer had that bump class. That bump class was special, boy. That's when they had.
They were special. Yeah. Aaron Hernandez was part of it, I think.
Hey, the boy's a monster. You know,
you're right. You can say that twice. He was a monster.
But one person I do expect to have the biggest issues, I think it's going to be Brian Kelly at LSU. I don't think he's going to be able to hang with them. I think it's going to look bad because he ain't going to beat Bama. He's not going to be A&M. And then
Texas is right there too, though. Don't forget Texas is over there with Sark, and they're recruiting from that area too. They're taking them LSU boys. So
right, and we got a mean footprint in Louisiana with this coaching staff. So it's not going to be a walk in the park. LSU, I think they're going to regret this. They're going to regret this hire in 3 years.
Am I wrong for saying I think Marcus Freeman should have took the LSU job? LSU should have got Marcus Freeman and let Kelly stay there.
I'm glad they didn't. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, from our team perspective, yes. But I'm saying I think LSU would have been way better with getting Marcus Freeman and then leaving Kelly up there.
They needed the name. They needed the name because at that time you had Lincoln Riley. You know, he was like, I'm not going to LSU. I'm staying where I'm at. So he made them look bad. They missed out on Aranda from Baylor. The dude from Iowa State, he was like, I'm not leaving. So all the guys that they were going after was like, no, Billy Napier was like, no, I'm going to Florida. So it just looked bad for them. So they had to get a name. They had to get a splash. And that name, that hire was a splash. And it was telling that he couldn't bring his coordinators with him. Like they were like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And that was like, you know, usually when your coordinators don't follow you, or at least one, you look, and a lot of your staff don't follow.
They want to be with you in the first place, bro.
Exactly. So, but Freeman, I mean, he's one of those players. One of those coaches. He's going to be good. He's going to be good if he gets the offensive side. Who do they get as an offensive coordinator?
I don't know. But if he gets a dynamite offensive coordinator, bro, yeah, it's gonna be some problems.
Because they
but
love
they're not part of a conference, though. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But I mean, he'll be successful. And I honestly, Miami Cristobal, I hope Tony and them watching, you know, because I don't expect much from Miami recruiting wise. I think they'll always have like a top 10 class. They'll, the top 10, top 15. But on the field, they're never going to beat Clemson. They're never going to take away Clemson unless Dabo leaves.
I can see Dabo leaving. Only way I see Dabo leaving is if Saban retires and ask Dabo to come take over. That's the only way I see it. Because he's an Alabama alumni. That's the only reason. That's the only way I would see that.
I don't see, because Clemson on Clemson, and you got teams that's, the Wake Forests and stuff like we'll see how they do, man. Because at the end of the day, Billy Napier won a championship at his school. You know what I'm saying? All the other school places, they've been winning. You know what I'm saying? Lincoln Riley, Cristobal ain't done nothing, but has some cool
if he was winning, if he was doing so good, they wouldn't have let him leave. Oregon got plenty of money.
At the end of the day, all Oregon had was some cool uniforms. So I expect that I expect that to follow them to Miami. I'm sure Miami will get a glow in the dark Miami Vice, uniform or something. Well, actually they Adidas, so they ain't getting nothing special. So yeah, that
Adidas, are they Miami Adidas school for real?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, they're Adidas. So they ain't.
Put it like this: Georgia Tech is also Adidas. So what they tell you?
So was it Wisconsin? Like, ain't nobody want no Adidas. Team Jordan, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I go with Jordan and Nike. We the same. Jordan and Nike the same. So I ain't gonna,
Right. Nobody with no Adidas. No shell
or
top.
Under Armour. Or Under Armour. The Under Armour uniforms.
What are you gonna do when Billy Napier, you know what I'm saying, giving them custom Jordan 12s, you know what I'm saying? And then you pop up with some custom shell toes.
If y'all break out them all grays like y'all supposed to, y'all might be all right.
Boy, I'm telling you, you better watch out for them blacks this year. Like, I'm a uniform guy. I love the swag of it. Look out. He been wearing black they've been practicing in the black. He been wearing black. That black, that's why I got me a black shirt, because I know it's coming.
It, bro.
I know it's coming. And when them lights go out in that swamp, that game, was it the UCF game where the lights went out and they had the blue neon light. I was like, oh, well, we about to get those in the swamp. So you talking about them when them lights go off when it's time to come out that tunnel and a night game in the swamp and them blue lights.
Listen, I think we ought to go ahead and start a petition. I love Jacksonville. I love the neutral site, but it's time to have home and homes. It's time to have home and home.
And it takes away from recruitment, man, because you can't have recruits on the like that stuff.
Site. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and do away with this, Kirby. Napier, come on, let's get away with this. Let's do this. I
would love for Florida to go into a night game at UGA.
Same, bro. Same. Come on, man.
Different. I don't think UGA Stadium has ever been. It will ever be like it would be if Florida came in the wherever y'all
and vice versa, man. It'll be. Man,
you get UGA in a swamp on a night game. You talking about rocking
night, bro? It's gonna be fun.
Bro,
yeah, so it's time. I love Jacksonville, man. I do. I don't mind it. It's been good to our rivalry for years. but it's time for us to go ahead and go away, do away with that, man.
Right.
Let's
You
get
know,
this
you need that
home and
home
home.
home, man. Because when you look at teams like when you see Bama and Auburn, like that
Exactly, the
environment,
Iron Bowl,
the Penn State, you know, or the Ohio State, Michigan, like
Michigan.
those environments, like it's just different. Like it's just different, and that's the type of environment. Like I hate turning on a Saturday at 4 p.m. You see half the field, half the
4
joint.
o'clock,
Like,
have a cocktail party. Come on, man. We don't want to do that. Let's
man,
get this night game, man.
right, get the joint popping. Everybody got the neon lights. Let's get them popping. That thing would be rocking. I would love it. I would love it. So yeah, I'm definitely down with that. You know, I slide this over to Napier and team. Like, look, man, Scott Strickland, make it happen, man. Make it
Yep,
happen.
yep. Kirby Griggs, thank you. Don't get the SEC involved. Let's get this thing right, man. Start this petition to get this home and home going.
Facts.
But man, it's been fun, man. We did it again.
Yeah,
Another one.
man. Another one down, man. Another one down. So look, next week we coming back with deep.
We don't have next week. We don't have the guest for next week, but on the week after that, we got Tony Touchdown, uh Griffin, Georgia. He's not even ranked as of yet, bro. He's just a sophomore. He's a sophomore out of Griffin, Georgia, quarterback. Gonna get him to come on the show, man. Talk about his off-season work. He's been killing 7-on-7s all across the United States. I know
Oh,
he's
he's
still a
better.
couple teams. Yeah, he's traveling, man. They travel. They were in Louisiana last weekend. They were down in Florida the weekend before that. He's been in Texas killing it. And I'm gonna
I
get
can't
touchdown Tony on here, man.
I can't wait to hear if he went against the team from Louisiana. I forgot what they named. The school they had like Harold Perkins. They had
Oh
just
man, for real?
they're seven. I forgot the name of the 7-on-7 team because like Cam Newton. They got Cam Newton team,
Yeah,
and then
Quavo got a team from the Migos. Quavo got a team here.
it's a it's a
It is
7-on-7 team from Louisiana that's very very famous. Let me see because I'm gonna say their name
Yeah,
real
man,
quick.
we're gonna have to tap into that 7-on-7 world, man. I did tell Tony I wanted to get his coach on, man. See if we can get the coaching on some of the coaches from the 7-on-7s and let them
The
come on and talk about
bootleggers,
that.
that's what it is.
The
The
bootleggers.
bootleggers.
I'm gonna look them
Them
up, man.
boys, them
Them
boys.
7-on-7s be going ham, bro. I didn't know it was like that until to the last year I got into it, man. Them 7-on-7s go ham, man.
Boy, they be going in, boy. They be going in. They be having the mics. They be like, yo, they be going in. So yeah, it'll be interesting to get him on here. But yeah, next week, man, we ain't got no guests. It's just a full hour of smack talking back and forth. Line, we get to talk about
Linebacker, you. Yes, sir.
and
I'm in on this.
Steve finally get to talk about a Georgia team. He finally get to have a Georgia team in the top 3. We made it. They're relevant to a conversation. Yay. Yeah.
Oh man.
He been waiting for
910 sports, man, is the team. Definitely check us
this.
out. Tomorrow morning, 8:15 Eastern time, we'll be on. A lot of stuff going on with the NFL, man, with these free
Trade.
agency. Free agency is Monday. We got Calvin Ridley. Some more gambling stuff that came out with Calvin Ridley now. Remember, I told you a long time ago, bro. I told you about. That's what I told you. Remember, I told you a long time ago.
Talk about it.
Oh man, it's gonna be fun. So tune in tomorrow, 8:15. Definitely catch us on B Soul Radio here in Atlanta as well, man. We definitely appreciate them.
That's it, man. We out.
Peace. See y'all next week.